Welcome into TexAgs Rewind presented by Yeti. Olin Buchanan with us. OB, you explain why you're here with us today.
I really can't explain it other than
you were here.
I was here late. We started the go hour at 10 instead of at 8.
Because we did the old switcheroo.
Yeah.
Schloss, top of
I got
the show.
moved in the batting order.
Yeah, but clean up, right?
I guess. Or you could say I got moved down to the
late night. Like you're like, what was the show that came on after Carson and after
Tom Snyder?
Even after that.
I don't know.
Didn't Joan Rivers have a show?
I don't know. But after the guy that came on after Carson, at my age, then the next thing you saw was the national anthem and then the Indian head on the I don't even remember what they called that.
I feel like Jon Stewart had a show at that time, Carson Daly, those guys, but that's maybe more recent. All right, so on the show today, I mentioned we had Schloss on. Bronny joined me for that. SEC Shorts. I told the story that like on Mondays off, and you have me come look at this because you always catch it in the morning.
Yeah, very funny.
Yeah, Josh Snead of SEC Shorts joined us. Sean Salisbury, NFL quarterback, college quarterback at USC, does a talk show in Houston.
Texas A&M graduate?
Well, I buried the lead. Yeah, from a master's program from here.
And his children's in school here?
Yeah, so Sean Salisbury on the program. Then we did 23 and 23 with number 8.
Tyrese Chappelle.
That is correct. Check it out.
Who's number 7?
I can't tell you now. I got to tell you
No,
tomorrow.
I'm saying he is number 7.
Oh, he's number 7. Who's number 7 will be tomorrow.
We'll find out tomorrow.
Check it out.
And obviously Stanford's an elite degree. His mom is a doctor. I think the academic profile of Texas A&M played a big role in that. Whether he comes back and graduates after school or after he plays professional baseball, or whether he could actually still go back to Stanford and graduate if he wanted to do that. So, and I think Mike Early and that relationship and Max, he really does want to attack this pitching thing, and we're going to give him every opportunity to do that. And by the way, we have a great school and we have a pretty darn good program. So, I mean, I don't like, somebody brought up all these other schools. I'm like, we're freaking Texas A&M, man. Like, that's not like he's coming to some other place, like brutal place. This is an elite place. So I think he was excited. I think if we can figure out the pitching side of things, which is the biggest deal, we're going to have a pretty darn good lineup around him. That's a big deal. If you're only going to be here for a year or 10, 11 months, you want to plug into a club and a lineup where you maybe have some protection in the lineup.
Not to cut you off, but look at the production you guys have had with guys that have come in out of the transfer portal and how much their offensive production numbers have gotten better under Coach Michael Early. And if it gets better for Braden,
right,
you're talking about a top 10 overall pick.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are parts of his game that can be a lot better, just from what we've seen on video and obviously watching him in person when we're playing in the regional. But yeah, I've shared you those slides that we show recruits, and you look at Hunter Haas before after, you look at Dylan Rock before and after, you look at Jack Moss, Troy Claunch, like even Jacob Palish on the pitching side. No disrespect to those other leagues, but all those guys have come in the SEC and the SEC West, and they've done better, right? And so when you look at that, I mean, obviously that's what we sell. That's not guaranteed, but certainly, for a guy like Braden, who's just I can't wait for you guys to meet him. This is a guy that made 35, 1 point away from a perfect score on the ACT. Pretty special guy, well-rounded human being.
You guys would not consider doing other conferences. It's like you're ride or die with the SEC, right?
Yeah, people like investors or just people at bars will come up to us and be like, you guys should do Big Ten Shorts. Like we've never thought of it or heard of it before. And we spend all day Sunday making an SEC video because we spent all day Saturday watching SEC games. So we wouldn't be able to watch all the Big Ten games, all the SEC games, make an SEC video and a Big Ten video by Monday morning to have it up. And then if you wait further into the week, people have already kind of moved on to the week coming up. So it'd be hard to do. If we franchise it out, we could do that. But there aren't a ton of people with this kind of experience. It's weird. You have to have a cross section of acting, writing, filmmaking, and you also have to just really love college football. So it's kind of a weird combination of things to have. So I don't know. Maybe when we're ready to quit, we'll franchise it out and then just leave and then just see what happens.
Hey, I'd love to get you guys in studio when you're in town. We'll try to coordinate something if it's possible. Would love to get you guys here and get to know more of the story of the whole crew.
Yeah, we'd love to come by. I think we're going to come. We're actually getting into town Monday or Tuesday. The show's Wednesday, and then we have some sort of dinner at the library on Thursday. We're hoping to maybe add another show because I think the tickets are pretty close to being sold out already for the Wednesday show. So we may end up adding another one, but that's not, for sure yet or anything. So we'll see what happens. But if people are interested in going to the show, it's tx.ag/SEC shorts.
Right.
And the tickets are $12.
A&M is going to be more successful offensively because of Connor or because of the new offensive philosophies or new offensive approach of Bobby Petrino?
I think the perfect world is both. Now, to Bobby real quick, when I was doing games for ESPN, college football games, I covered Bobby a couple times. Now, I know Bobby's had some stuff. Who hasn't? We've all trudged through some crap to get to it. Some of it self-inflicted to be successful. I'm okay with that. I can tell you this, just on the football sense, when I sat down and Bobby started drawing stuff on the board and we started talking football, make no mistake about it. Now, that'll be a fiery quarterback and meeting room with Bobby, and we know with DJ and with Jimbo, there's going to be some opinion, which is good. Not a lot of yes men, which I like, and Bobby won't be that. But I know this. When it comes to dialing up plays and calling them, Bobby Petrino knows offense and knows how to attack defense. So that's a good thing. But I'm with you. I know this, and I haven't been around great players. Great players can turn a bad play call into success. Average players can turn a great play call into failure. And I'm a Jimmy and Joe guy too. Now, if you get both, well, then you're doing what Alabama's done. You're doing what Lincoln Riley and Caleb Williams are doing. Yeah, that's the great thing. But do I believe automatically with a starting quarterback that's just different, elevates your offense? No doubt. Now, letting Jimbo go back and be a head coach, let Bobby come in and does what he does best. And you know what? If Bobby's successful, he won't be a coordinator long. He'll be a head coach again somewhere else, and that's okay. But, yeah, I'm a Jimmy's and Joe's guys first because I'll put in my career. Sometimes I was really good, but there's sometimes the play was perfect. And if you're not throwing a curl route to an open coverage or leverage, then the X's and O's don't mean a hill of beans. But I know this, when guys believe in a guy under center and you know he's a playmaker, you can take what would you say, well, that's just an average play call and turn it into special. So I'll start there. Jimmy's and Joe's first, play caller and play second. But I also know this, if you got both, Texas A&M's offense will be far better than it was last year, as long as you're healthy and as long as people buy in. And I think that a lot of it is buy into the quarterback, and then the coach comes second.
Number 8 on the 23 and 23, Tyreek Chappelle.
Yeah.
OB, I'll set it up with this. I think Tyreek Chappelle is an example of why people should be excited about the youth, the growth of the youth at Texas A&M, because he was thrown into the fire as a freshman. Mm-hmm. I believe is when Miles Jones went down. He went in there, and if you remember, I know you will because you have a better memory than I do, they started to target him a lot in the beginning when he first was out there. Like, this young freshman, let's start throwing at him. Okay. That ended up being an asset for him because he grew in the role. And now he's entering year 3 as the guy. He's an example of what experience can do, and which is why I believe he, in a kind of a thin area that we have some unknowns, is the most known there at the cornerback.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think he's proven himself. He's broke up 17 passes in 2 seasons. Now, I'd like to see more interceptions. I'm sure he would too. Mm-hmm. But the first order of business is make sure a pass in your direction is not completed.
Yep. And
he's done a heck of a job with that. He had 9 that freshman year when people were targeting, and he had 8 last year. So, yeah, I mean, you got to have good corners. And Tyreek Chappelle is a proven guy. He's one guy, and he's proven at A&M. And quite frankly, when he got thrust into the starting lineup as a freshman,
he played well.
He was better than some of the guys that were in front. He just played better than them. I know it's because Miles Jones was hurt, but Brian George, I thought the defense got better with Tyreek Chappelle in there.
They did get better with him out there, and this is a big year for him. Like whatever aspirations he may have, this is a very, very big year. And I had forgotten this. OB, he didn't play in the Alabama game.
It's true. Yeah, he was out.
All right, Olin. I usually call you OB. No, we're not done. You got to tell the people they don't know what to do at the end of a YouTube video. They're supposed to do something.
What are you talking about?
At the end of every YouTube video.
I would like for you to subscribe.
Yeah.
That's a big one. In fact, if everyone we know would subscribe,
we get paid more.
We get paid more, and that's what it's all about. It's
not
about
a
paying
lot.
us more.
It's just peanuts, but still.
I got one in college. I need every dollar I can get. Please subscribe.
Subscribe, like,
and share.
And if you have a chance, comment.
Comment. Oh, okay.
Do you like the go hour at the 10 o'clock or do you like it at the 8 o'clock? I like it at the 8 o'clock, but I'm fine with it at the 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's whatever. You just come in and you work.
I like hitting lead off.
You were here early.
Because now I got to go right.
Right.
And
everything's pushed back.
Normally I'm almost done with the writing.
He's Ricky Henderson next time. TexAgs Rewind. See you next time.